We just would definitely want to, give our condolences to the Mayweather family. Definitely want to say rest in peace to Roger Mayweather. Lost a legend in the game, man. And Pete, what was your first reaction when you saw that, man? Like when you heard that news?
Man, it was sad. I mean, we knew that the past few years Roger hadn't been in the best of health. We had been seeing him a lot. We heard Floyd, speak on, him needing around 24-hour nurse. And we just knew that he wasn't in the best of shape. And to be honest, and it was sad, but, he probably in a better place right now, instead of just lingering around. I don't know what type of state he was in at this point, but, now we can kind of appreciate the Black Mamba, that we kind of remember. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. Cause I'm kind of with you on that. I agree with you with that. Cause it's like even when my grandma passed, it was kind of more of a relief for knowing that she didn't have to suffer anymore. And kind of the
Right.
same thing with Roger. It was like I wanted to remember Roger for what he did as a boxer and he did as a trainer, but throughout those past few years, he was just kind of in a bad state. So I know that Floyd, he
Yeah.
said it too, no more suffering. He's glad that he is in a better place. So as
Because
much
we
as,
all
so,
know, we think about it, and we all know.
yeah,
Roger loved being in the ring and working with Floyd. So once we seen him not working with Floyd anymore, it was kind of, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's kind of
It
different.
wasn't even the same. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a matter of time. You're not even able to work in here with your nephew. That team right there is infamous.
Mm.
So we knew something. It was something serious at that point.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like throughout those last few fights, his father was more in the corner, so you kind of knew something was different there. And of course, Big Floyd is Big Floyd, but Roger, a lot of people have to, see a lot of people know Floyd just as Floyd now. They just see Floyd and think the shoulder roll and think everything that came with Floyd just came out of nowhere. But Roger was a big part of him. Roger. I was looking at Roger like before a fight on an HBO fight, not too long ago, just a couple of days ago, and Roger was just saying like when he's in the ring, he's under my supervision. I'm making sure he does everything right. I care about him. I'm making sure he's doing everything that he needs to do for him.
Exactly. Exactly. What I mean? It was family, but it still was that chemistry too. You know what I'm saying between them two, and of course that was uncle and nephew, but it still was that chemistry.
Yeah.
It still was that right chemistry between the two or whatever. But real quick, and while it's on the top of my mind, I just wanted to, just say something about Roger that people they know it, but they probably never just really thought about it. Like when I think about Roger, in his good times when he was training Floyd, Roger was one of the most charismatic trainers. When I think about him, I kind of think of a Freddie Roach and Emmanuel Stewart being in those realms, in that company anyway. But his infamous line, "You don't know shit about boxing." That did something because after he came with that line, people wanted to get knowledgeable about boxing, and I know that because that made me want to know more about boxing and make sure I kind of knew what I was talking about. But
And know what he
that,
knows.
but just that with that single line, it turned into a meme, T-shirts, all kinds of stuff.
Hmm.
But that line is kind of like his phrase that he coined that phrase, and that phrase will live on forever. You know what I'm saying? Because of Roger Mayweather. But it just
Oh
was on
yeah.
the top of my head how he even impacted the game in that way. You know what I'm saying?
And it wasn't just like a line coming from a casual fan or anybody of just a troll or anything like that. It came from somebody who could stand on it. Somebody who was a boxer
Absolutely.
that transitioned to a trainer that trained the TBE. So when you
Right.
hear that from Roger Mayweather, you just know that Roger, he wasn't just a trainer in boxing. He was boxing. Everybody from Layla Ali to Floyd can say that he knew how to incorporate whatever it was from me to make me the best at what I do. And that's why their relationship to me, it was definitely like a perfect example of what you want to see out of a fighter and a trainer, you know?
Yeah, yeah, definitely just that mutual respect, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the biggest thing out of that, I think, that made Floyd respect Roger so much because Roger was a fighter. He had been in there. He was a world champion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not just telling you because I'm telling you because I was in there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm your uncle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm your trainer, but it was deeper than just winning the fights for Roger. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he really wanted the best for his nephew and really seen something special in his nephew. You know what I'm saying? But he had already been missed because we hadn't been seeing him the way we had seen him, you know, earlier. Well, like in the middle of Floyd's career. So we had already been missing Roger, his one-liners, and his charisma, his charm. I mean, he was a special guy, but, you know what I mean? Think about it. I mean, you got Big Floyd, who's a personality. I mean, all those guys are personalities, but different personalities. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Roger was a much more serious, no nonsense type of guy. You know, Big Floyd, he doing the riddles, and Jeff is like a happy-go-lucky guy. You know, he's always kidding around, but all those guys had, you know, their different personalities, but all stood out on their own. But Roger definitely had something special. You know, you would think Floyd's father would have had it because that was his father, but it was Roger.
It was Roger, yeah. Yeah. Because I remember a friend, casual fan, you know, was watching one of the fights with us, and he was like, is that Floyd's dad? I was like, no, that's his uncle. And, you know, it was just all because of the way he was talking to Floyd. I think it was the Zab Judah fight. And it was just the way Roger was just no nonsense. He was just letting him know when things were wrong or when things were good, he would let him know. And just the way he talked to him. That's why, you know, I told you the casual fan was just kind of like, is that his dad? I was like, no, that's his uncle training him. You know, so you could see right there.
And like you say that, in that Zab fight, it wasn't just some thug jumping in the ring. That was this man's uncle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It went beyond a boxing match at that point. And that's why Roger was the first one in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Letting loose or whatever. You know what I mean? Of course, Floyd did the right thing by going, you know, to the opposite corner or whatever and just staying there. But, you know, people got to understand that was this man's nephew and he's seeing a lot of dirty stuff happening. It was personal. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, yeah. And back to, like, the talk of Roger Mayweather, too, it's like you said, he doesn't talk in those riddles. He's just straightforward. And it's just some of the things I've always heard him saying in the corner, like when he's telling Floyd, he's just telling him, walk him down, box his ass. You know, he's just so straightforward. And they already kind of got their terms. You know, the same things he say to Floyd might not work with another fighter. You know, they already, that's how deep it was.
Absolutely. He's not saying a whole lot to Floyd. Like you said, he's using a couple key phrases that Floyd knows exactly what that means.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's definitely one of the best family and trainer and boxer relationships we've seen, in my opinion, in boxing as of late.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And just, you know, before we jump off this topic, just also remember it's been often imitated but never duplicated. That mitt work, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That mitt work.
I was just talking to a guy at work about that earlier, because that's another thing that's kind of, you got to give Roger Mayweather credit for it. But the difference is, you know, he kind of patented that fancy mitt work, but the stuff Roger was doing was effective and meant something. You know, a lot of it now, I mean, you see guys that are doing all this crazy fancy stuff or whatever. It's turned into that. But Roger kind of started that,
Yeah.
Guys weren't doing all that fancy stuff until they seen Roger doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
And the thing I brought that up too because it's like I looked online and a lot of people paying homage to Roger and Floyd doing that, and I can appreciate watching it because I know Roger did that and crafted that for his fighter, his nephew specifically, and that's what a trainer does. But when I'm reading comments, I'm seeing people say, "Oh well, I don't think that works. That ain't my style." Well, you ain't Floyd,
Exactly.
and that's why Floyd is the best. That's why Floyd is doing something that's working for him. Like only Roger and Floyd really, really know the true meaning behind what they do with it. I can look from the outside and say it's building up the eye and hand coordination.
And think about
You
it.
know,
We've seen guys do the fancy mitt work and go get knocked out.
knocked out.
Go get their tail whooped. It's not about the fancy mitt work. That's just another skill he has. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we see him using that in the ring when he's doing combinations and letting off shots at different angles at guys. I mean, come on. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, man. It's not. You can't say it's not for nothing when we see him go out there and execute some of this stuff we see him doing on the mitts.
Exactly. And it all goes back to that phrase, man, you don't know shit about boxing.
Pretty much. That's why, I mean, that phrase will live on.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because of Roger Mayweather, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. And so just want to say again, I definitely want to send my condolences to Floyd and Mayweather family because, again, too, this is tough for Floyd because he just lost the mother of his kids, and that's a crushing thing. But it's like back to back.
Yeah,
It's just been back to back.
A tough 2 weeks for Champ, man, over there. Just a lot of close losses to him. So yeah, like you say, man, prayers out to Floyd Mayweather and his family.
Once again, rest in peace to the original Black Mamba.